Greetings. I'm going to do a little random card pull. November 23rd. I'm Zube of the Teresa Persuasion. This is just general. So if it resonates, pick it up and put it in your tool bag. And if it doesn't, that's all right too. The moon is in Aries, and so I don't know, people are always more aggro and exciting when the moon is in Aries. There's a lot more going on, but I'm being lazy. So we got communication is key. New moon in Gemini. There's actually about to be a full moon solar partial eclipse on November 30th. Communication is key. Yeah, Geminis are all about communicating. And then we got balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. What I feel from this, and I feel this personally too, is expressing yourself, not hiding who we are. I'm kind of getting to this point where I have this weird thing and I've been thinking about it all morning. Like, I don't care about a lot of stuff. And the thing is that that can sound kind of fucked up, but it's easier to love people when I don't really care. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. Sometimes my brain will be like, I don't like those words coming out of their mouth or whatever. And then I'm like, well, I don't really care that much. Like, I still love that person. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, it's something like that. But there's like a place, I hope, I feel there's a place that we can get to, I can get to, where um I just love people. Like, I do. Every time I try to get really mad at somebody, and I can do that, like if I'm only listening to their words or if I'm only like reading what they wrote or whatever, and then everybody I actually see, I just want to hug them. It's really fucking weird. It's really fucking weird. Um, and so, I don't know. It's like I'm not going to defend it. I'm getting to this thing too where I'm like, I just am who I am and I feel what I feel and it might change tomorrow. And um, I'm like constantly changing, constantly. I don't know about other people. I mean, but I kind of like it this way. Like, there are things I thought 3 weeks ago or a month ago, and now I think something different, and that's fine. Like, why can't we change? I mean, if I didn't change, I'd still be drinking vodka for breakfast. I've been saying that a lot lately, talking about how I drank vodka for breakfast. It was only like for a month or two when you're calling rehabs and they're like, you're not bad enough because, you still have a job and you don't have a DUI or whatever. I was like, oh, I'll get bad enough. Believe you me. Challenge accepted. Where was I? I don't know. Um, Balance spirituality and practicality. So when I've been meditating, I've been making it a point to really like be in my body, because it's fun out here and all that stuff, but that's not practical, you know. Like I got to be in this world. So I watch it, like I watch it, you know what I mean? And but I like really sit there and I'm like, universe, help me be in this body, you know. I don't want to be disembodied floating off somewhere because that can happen too. We came here to experience our bodies. And communication. That's a card that I need. It's kind of it can be kind of difficult to communicate these days because nobody listens. No, like nobody. Everybody's just talking points. You know. I get there. I'm not saying like I'm some magical being that is navigating an imperfect world. Imperfectly. But um. But listen, I'm gonna pull another just for the hell of it. Slow and steady. I like that. Slow and steady wins the race, right? We're all winners, though. But take your time. I mean, it's a mad and crazy world. Observe, be practical, be spiritual, communicate, but don't. Sometimes Geminis can be like really, you know, their minds are always racing. They have lots of thoughts and stuff like that. But it's about, I think, contemplating before we speak, and to really listen and not just listen to figure out what you're going to say next, you know. Balancing act. Balance. Yeah, feel that. 11, 12. This keeps happening to me. Everything is in divine order, you guys. I don't know. That's where I am. Um, let go or be dragged, you know. Like I'm really feeling that let go. And if you just let things flow and communicating, Gemini is kind of a balanced energy too. It's the twins, you know. Um, but things will progress. Things are progressing. I've learned this in my personal life. There are so many things in my life that have happened in their natural course that I totally fought for to happen. You know what I mean? And they would have happened even if I wasn't fighting. That's a hard lesson though. And it's not really about not doing anything. So that's kind of the balance of spirituality and practicality, you know. I don't just sit on the couch or pray for the universe or God to do my bidding, you know. I mean, that you have to take steps in faith. Um, but you you don't have to fight either, unless you are. If you're fighting, then you're fighting. That sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm going with the flow. I'm really like going with it in the meantime. And it happens to me a lot. It's like, and then I'm like, I have a fucking death grip on this thing and I'm trying to contort it the way I want it. And I think I'm like in the flow and I'm just not. And then I stop, I let go, and I'm like, all right, well, oops, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. And that's okay, and I'll probably do it again and again and again. So keep being you. Love ya. Peace and namaste.